You see the AI artwork that won a state fair. Yep, I did. Oh my god. The art community is in shambles. Yep, AI art's taken over. That is a beautiful piece of art, though. Like, that looks good. It's all I see these days. People's portfolios suddenly look 1,000 times better with AI. I know, man. It's getting crazy. Like, I totally understand where they're coming from. Like, because the AI is getting to a point where it can legitimately do art on a level that's better than most humans. Like, it's getting crazy, and it can emulate styles. Have you guys heard of, is it Stable Diffusion? Andrew, you might know. Is it Stable Diffusion, the one that can mimic pretty much any manga artist? Stable Diffusion and Midjourney. I know Midjourney pretty well, but Stable Diffusion's the one that really impressed me. Yeah, here we go. Stable Diffusion. It can pretty much mimic any style. Well, in its database. It's crazy. It's really good at manga. It can do manga super well. I think it's really a very cool piece of technology, but my heart absolutely does break for artists. I think it'll never fully replace artists because when you work with an actual person, you can easily get across the ideas you want to them and tweak with them. Whereas with an AI, you can only type it to them, and there's just it's too plain. Like it'll never get exactly what you're looking for, but it'll be a great tool for like small studios for games, small studios for movies, anything with a lower budget that can't afford a high price for a really talented artist. I can definitely see it being like a staple and like tremendously helpful. But yeah, it's absolutely going to be rough for like artists and commission. As an art major, I'm screaming in pain, agony, and anger. Hey man, it's one of those things. This the cycle is continuing. Anyone remember when truckers were getting replaced with automated drivers and automated loaders? And I think it was the journalist that said learn to code. And then the journalists started getting replaced by automation for like cranking out articles, just AI generated articles. And then it was the truckers saying learn to code. Now it's the artists that are getting phased out by AI. I don't know who's going to say learn to code here though and going to eat it, but I'm sure it's coming. I think pretty soon they'll be able to do like podcasting with like deep fakes. You could just type in a script to it and they can do like a whole show. I really think AI is going to be big in podcasting in just a few years. Think about it. The official podcast, episode 380, we bring on Elon Musk to defend himself. And you'd have no idea it's not Elon Musk because the AI voice synthesis will be so fucking perfected by then. It's getting scary already. Who's like a really good... If this is Stable Diffusion, I think they had Oda in there, right? So could I try something in Oda style? Oh, I like that one. We'll go... I'll just take one from each. We'll do Vegeta versus James Corden, I think. I imagine this is like a light version of Stable Diffusion, though, but let's see how it goes. Can it mimic your amazing art style? Bro, if it tried to mimic my portraits, it would probably blow up. Robots can't capture that kind of beauty. My art has soul. And it's just the beginning. I know. That's what's crazy. These, I think, are actually perfect. I think they've absolutely crushed this one. This is like very standard concept art pieces. Like, I could totally see these being used for God of War Ragnarok, honestly. These are right on the money. Okay, where are we at? Man, that looks just like the other example art pieces. Which one's James Corden? Maybe I confused it. Oh, you know what? I didn't tell it what style I wanted. It went for Homestuck. Must have defaulted. This isn't Planet Namek at all. This is just a normal city. This time they're fighting in a bowl of edamame. Yeah, I mean, this might also win an art competition as well. This is pretty good. So this is clearly not the full version of Stable Diffusion. Needless to say, I'll have to figure out how to get that cooking. Those aren't words. Oh, it could, yeah, maybe it's Namekian. You're right. It could be Namekian. I'm gonna try the same thing. Maybe capitalizing so they know that they're places. Let's see what kind of difference we get here. Yeah, that one dared to dream big there. There's more going on over here. I want to see what's happening. Increase the size. That's not very Kincaid-esque at all. How do I dictate the style I'm looking for? Because they threw out Thomas Kincaid. Okay. Okay. This one over here is getting a little cleaner. Alright. Little swords and sandals-esque. They've finally done it. That's what I'm looking for. This one, they're still dreaming, I guess. This is good, though. Alright, okay, I fuck with that. I'd put that on my fridge. They did nail James Corden here, though. That almost looks like a Google image. Alright, max it. We're coming in again. Going deep. I don't know what's going on with this back. I don't know who that is. Like, sex offender Piccolo, but I didn't put that in there. Now, there's a ghost in the machine. Yeah, like, nothing in here is really screaming Bob Ross to me. I don't know what this is. Like a bunch of blue marshmallows from the Lucky Charms. I'm really not sure. Let's crank this up. Let's give it as many chances as possible. Okay, so we have the a Higao face. We do have 3 James Cordens, though, so that we're getting somewhere. We have, like, Chibi Corden, Adult Swim Corden, and then Photorealistic Corden. So it did help us get Corden into the Megamix, kind of. So taking Namek out was a bit helpful there. Let's try, instead of art by, let's try style Bob Ross. Again, they're not getting the style, though. Like, it's not even trying with that. We're still getting the exact same characters and the exact same style. Oh, that changed everything. That was big. I don't know what the fuck this is. This looks like Robot Chicken. That was a game changer. Alright, alright, alright. This one's really good. I like this one a lot. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's cool. He's also got, like, an extra appendage coming off of his hand here, which is awesome. Oh, they changed it! The dream has changed! Who is this? It's James Corden hugging another James Corden, kind of. Oh, you're right, it is Bob Ross hair. What's in his hand? It looks like a hawk's talon. I'm not really sure. He might be scratching his back with it. Okay, let's get really specific. James Corden fighting Vegeta, throwing big punch and yelling. I wonder how specific I can be here. Let's not do any styles and see what happens. So it got the yelling. Some of them got the punch. This one's performed in front of a live studio audience. He's on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I guess. I don't know what the fuck went wrong there. Okay. So this is exactly what I was... Okay. It crushed this. It absolutely crushed it. It just really had a problem with James Corden and Vegeta. These could be stock photos right now, and if you didn't zoom in and see how fucked up the face was, you'd be like, wow, that's just a happy old man. This one's more like an SCP, but the others are pretty good. This one's got some double jointed appendages. But the rest, this one in particular, very wholesome. Alright, so nailed this one. Fucking crushed it. Now what if I do this, but then try and give it a style prompt? Art by... Give me someone, give me someone. This time it did get the style, so now we have Old Man Jumping High with Balloon and Tim Burton style by adding just little skeleton things to their face. This one's actually cool. He's surfing the balloon, I appreciate that. This one's definitely the best. That's like straight out of a Tool music video. Okay. Let's finish with an absolute banger before I switch to Last of Us, and then I'll get like an actual account here to pay for it. You do tier 1 divine. Okay. I'm just gonna combine a lot of what I've seen here and see what happens. We'll go Batman crying. This is just like a game of Mad Libs or something. Man, this is not Dr. Seuss at all. And he's not barefoot. I also don't see pizza. I just see this jar that I think says peas on it. But it did try and make me like a little newspaper comic. It's the same panel every time except there's pizza in this one. Awesome. They did a great job.